Okay, PJ, let me pull this up. No, wrong thing. Okay, here we go. All right, so for this first one, what you're doing is this is your function, and then you're substituting this in, like for f of x equals x times the quantity 2 times x minus 1. You're going to substitute 3 into this function wherever you have an x. So I have, and I'm going to show you how one of my students does it. F of x equals x times 2x minus 1. This is multiplication. So f of 3, everywhere you have an x, you're going to put that 3. And that's 2 times 3 minus 1. Minus 1. Okay. All right. Make that bigger. Okay, so now um, you do what's inside the parentheses first because of PEMDAS. 2 times 3 is 6 minus 1. And then you still got your 3. 6 minus 1 is 5. And then 3 times 5 is 15. So f of 3 is equal to 15. Okay. And then f of a negative 2. That means evaluate your function at a negative 2. So I'm going to take the negative 2 and put it wherever I have an x again. So I got negative 2 times the quantity 2 times the negative 2. See, that's where my x was. Minus 1. 2 times negative 2 is a negative 4. Minus 1. And you can put this in your calculator just like this, and it'll do it for you. If you have like a Texas Instruments calculator, negative 4 minus 1 is a negative 5. Because when it's the same sign, remember you add the numbers and keep the sign. Negative 2 times negative 5, since the signs are the same, that's going to be a positive 10. So when you multiply, the signs are the same. Then we're going to evaluate this function when x is equal to 0. So we call that f of 0. So right here again, wherever you have an x, you're going to put a 0. You really don't have to work this out because anything times 0 is 0. Let me move this down so I can write. Two times 0 is 0 minus 1. 0 minus 1 is a minus 1. And then that's just equal to 0. Okay? Then we want to evaluate the function when x is equal to b. Okay? So f of b. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you're not going to get a number. You're just going to get this. Okay, so b times 2 times b minus 1. And then I'm going to use the distributive property to multiply this out. B times 2b is 2b to the second power. B times a negative 1 is a negative b. That's your answer. There's no number. Okay? So make sure you got that. Now let's look at the second function. And you can pause this and write this down or go back over it. And because I'm going to erase it and then do the second function, okay? Okay, so here's my function. F of x equals x plus 1 over x minus 1. So now we want to do for a, we want to do f of 5. Again, everywhere I have an x, I'm going to put a 5. So 5 plus 1 over 5 minus 1. 5 plus 1 is 6. 5 minus 1 is 4. Now you want to simplify this fraction by dividing the top and bottom by 2. We all used to be flat. And that's it. You can leave it like that, or you can do 3 divided by 2 and make it 1.5. Whatever your professor says to do. F of a negative 6 equals negative 6 plus 1. So wherever I have an x, I'm putting at negative 6. And then this is negative 6 minus 1. Negative 6 plus 1, you can put that in the calculator. To negative 5. Negative 6 minus 1 is negative 7, because I add the numbers and keep the sign. Since you have negative over negative, it becomes positive, okay? Don't forget that. Now this one, C, f of 0, so I'm going to do 0 plus 1, and then 0 minus 1. So 0 plus 1 is 1, 0 minus 1 is a negative 1. 1 over a negative 1, since this is positive and this is negative, my answer is negative, okay? Now the last one is f of 2c. So everywhere we have an x, we're going to put that 2 times c. So it's going to be 2c plus 1. So that means that they're breaking up. And then this is going to be 2c minus 1. We don't need to do anything else. That's just you can't combine anything. You can't divide anything. So that's the answer. All right. I hope this helps. If you have any problems, just message me again.